What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Bayern Munich Real Madrid post-match analysis show, and I will talk about the Atletico Madrid Leicester game and the Dortmund Monaco game. But first of all, let me know, what do you think, who will win the Champions League and what will happen in the second legs? I think Real Madrid will go through. I still think that Dortmund can do a job against Monaco. That bomb attack on the Dortmund team bus, I have to mention that first of all. My thoughts go out to all the Dortmund fans, everybody affected by that really awful terrorist attack on the Dortmund team bus. It was a pre-planned attack. There were actually 3 bombs going off and there were nails and all kinds of sharp objects in the bombs. So that they were designed to kill, and it just blows my mind that this kind of things can happen. You know, really awful thing. Very lucky that nobody died actually, and the only player who got injured was Marc Bartra, who had I think fractured the bone in his hand when the glass that shattered on the Dortmund team bus hit his hand. But apart from that, fortunately nobody got seriously injured. I think it's an absolute disgrace that UEFA made Dortmund play the next day. Because the Dortmund players, I mean, they went home to their families, and the families were just absolutely, you know, terrified of what had happened, and I think that still the Dortmund players were in shock one day later, and you could see that in the first half it really affected them because Monaco went 2-0 up. The second half though, Dortmund came back, and in the end, you know, Monaco won the game 3-2, but I think football wasn't the most important thing in the past few days for the Dortmund players. They were just very, you know, fortunate and grateful to be actually alive, because it could have gone so much worse. So I'm not sure what UEFA could have done, but I think they should have at least postponed the game, you know, by a few days. But I understand that Monaco and Dortmund both have big games on the weekend, and also the second leg is next week, so there were, you know, scheduling constraints. But still, it doesn't feel right for me that Dortmund players were made to play one day after this bomb attack on the Dortmund team bus. And also their manager said that Dortmund were basically ignored. The UEFA didn't really sit down with them and consult them and ask their opinions. The manager and the players didn't get to give their opinions. So I think that's a big talking point, and let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think. So because these football talk videos are mostly about you guys and your opinion in the comments, and I absolutely love reading them. By the way, I apologize for no videos yesterday. I had some personal family issues to deal with, but today there will be 3 new videos, and today I'm back on my regular upload schedule. So a Liverpool career mode is coming later today, and also some big Liverpool transfer news. But let's talk about the Bayern Munich Real Madrid game. In the first half, Bayern should have gone 2-0 up. Vidal scored a brilliant goal, but before that Manuel Neuer made a couple of world-class saves. And by the way, Manuel Neuer was the man of the match in my opinion, even though, you know, Ronaldo scored 2 goals in the end. In the second half, Neuer made some world-class saves that if it wasn't for Neuer, Real Madrid could have won this game 4-2 or something like that. So Manuel Neuer makes a little fingertip to the ball, which was, I think, a header which bounced on the ground, and it was going into the top corner, but Manuel Neuer somehow gets a fingertip to it and pushes it onto the crossbar, and it bounces out, and that was at 0-0. So that was a huge save. And then Vidal makes it 1-0 after a great attack by Bayern. And, you know, after that, you know, Bayern really started to dominate the game. And in the first half, in stoppage time, there was a penalty given, which I don't think was a penalty, because there was a shot from a Bayern player, can't remember who, it hit, I think it hit Carvajal's chest, or was it Sergio Ramos, I'm not sure, but the referee, I think it hit his shoulder, somewhere like here, but the referee thought it's a handball. It wasn't, but you know, it's very hard to judge these kind of things. in normal speed, because the game is so fast, and this is why the video assistant refereeing has to come in very soon. They are testing it already, and I can't wait. I will be honest, I can't wait until they implement it, because there will be so much bad decisions made right by the video assistant referees. So yeah, Vidal steps up to the penalty, and maybe justice was served, because Vidal absolutely blasted the penalty over. He went for power, but he didn't get it right. The ball was over the bar, and that was a huge, absolutely massive turning point in the game, and potentially in the tie, because just after halftime, like 1.5 minutes later, Ronaldo gets on the end of a great cross. I think it was from Carvajal, and Ronaldo, he was marked by a defender. He still gets the ball, and the ball was at knee height. So if you play football, you know how hard it is to actually strike the ball on target, keep it low when the ball is faced in from the side, knee height. It's very hard technique, but Ronaldo gets over the ball, he slides it, and it goes past the defender, past Neuer, and it's 1-1, and that changed the whole mentality of both Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, because after that, Real Madrid started passing the ball, started actually to dominate the game, and the game was like flipped over. The first half it was more Bayern Munich, the second half it was more Real Madrid. And to make matters worse, Bayern Munich player Javi Martinez makes 2 stupid fouls inside 3 minutes, gets 2 yellow cards. The second one, Ronaldo was on the counter attack, he dribbles past Martinez, who is of course doesn't have the agility or the pace of Ronaldo, and Ronaldo gets past him, and Javi Martinez sticks out the leg. Ronaldo, gets fouled. He kicked Ronaldo basically. Not a lot of contact, but Ronaldo goes over, and it was a yellow card, and Javi Martinez got already one, so he's off in the 60th minute. And after that it was all Real Madrid, and Manuel Neuer makes 2 or 3 absolutely insane saves. There was a save from Gareth Bale after, I think it was Modric, who whips the ball in very hard, and Gareth Bale heads it very hard towards the roof of the net, but somehow Manuel Neuer saves it. And then Ronaldo had a chance, which again Manuel Neuer saves. Benzema also could have scored, Manuel Neuer saves that again, so a hat-trick of world-class saves by Neuer. But in the end, Real Madrid scored after another brilliant cross, this time from Asensio, I think, who came on in the second half. It was a brilliant cross. Ronaldo gets out of the defender, and he just toe pokes it, or was it with his with the foot of his shoe? I'm not sure which part of the shoe he hit, but anyway, it was a really hard shot. It was straight at Neuer, but somehow it creeps between Neuer's legs and just goes over the line. And I felt sorry for Neuer, because just a few minutes earlier he made really a lot harder saves than that. But that's how football is sometimes. You get one unlucky moment, and Real Madrid win the game 2-1, and actually Bayern were hanging on at the end, and they were lucky to only lose 2-1. But there is still hope. Bayern Munich are a world-class team. They really miss Lewandowski today, who didn't start because of, I think he was injured or suspended, I'm not sure. But Müller started, and he wasn't as effective. Müller is having a tough season. Normally he scores like 15, 20, maybe 25 goals a season. This season he has had many months of goal drought before, so Müller couldn't step up to the plate just like Lewandowski. So in the second leg, when Lewandowski is back, Bayern will have a big chance actually in the Real Madrid. So this tie is far from over, but huge advantage to Real Madrid, because Bayern Munich actually have to win by 2 goals in the Bernabeu, and that's very difficult. So I can see Real Madrid going through to the semi-finals, but they don't look as convincing as last year. But last year also they had some tough moments, especially the defense is not world class, but with Ronaldo, Bale and Benzema up front, they will always create chances, always score goals. So it will be fascinating to see who goes through, and I think whoever goes through in this tie is favorites to win the Champions League, in my opinion, because I think Real Madrid, Bayern Munich and Barcelona are the three strongest teams in the competition, and also Juventus as well. But the way that Barcelona lost to Juventus, I can't see them overturning that in the second leg, because I know that they did the miracle comeback against Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona, but the Paris Saint-Germain defense and Juventus defense, you know, are miles apart. The Juventus defense is miles better. But let's talk about the Dortmund-Monaco game. I already mentioned that, so just to summarize, I think Dortmund players' heads were affected by that bomb attack, and I think Dortmund are a better team than Monaco, but Monaco is, you know, going forward, they always score so many goals, and Monaco is one of the most entertaining sides to watch, because their defense is not the best, so they almost always concede goals, but they always score goals as well. And Mbappé Lotin, what a talent! And his second goal, when he intercepts the pass from the Dortmund fullback Piszczek, who made a huge error, because when Dortmund started to dominate, it was 2-0 Monaco at halftime. Dortmund got back into the game through Ousmane Dembele after a brilliant back heel from Aubameyang. That was the highlight of the game for me, apart from Mbappe's second goal, which I was about to talk about it in a second. But Aubameyang back heels it to Kagawa. Kagawa rounds the keeper, and Ousmane Dembele slots home the loose ball. So yeah, Mbappé steals the ball, the loose pass by Piszczek, which was very irresponsible, because Dortmund were actually on top at that moment, and it looked like the Dortmund could equalize. So Mbappé goes through, he opens his body up and curls it into the top corner from outside the box. Of course, he had the keeper to beat, but that's a really hard technique to do. So that, I love this kid already. I think he will go to a huge club in the coming years. But if I were him, I would stay at Monaco for at least 1, maybe 2 seasons, because he plays there every week. He can score a lot of goals in the French league and just develop and improve his abilities. So Dortmund can still win in Monaco, but it will be tougher for them. Again, Dortmund have to win by 2 goals in Monaco, and their home record is very good. The other game, Atletico Madrid-Leicester, as expected, it wasn't as spectacular as these 2 games. Atletico Madrid were really solid at the back, and how ironic, because Leicester City usually sit back and hit teams on the counter-attack, but it was Atletico Madrid who scored from the counter-attack. And I don't think that was a penalty when Albrighton, you know, tries to get across. Griezmann brilliantly goes past everyone on the side. He's lightning quick, and he goes towards the box, and Albrighton, you know, hits him with his shoulder. It was a foul, but it was just outside the box when the foul happened. Griezmann falls inside the box, and referee, in my opinion wrongly, gives a penalty to Atletico Madrid. And I just learned that Atletico Madrid only scored 1 of their past 7 penalties in the Champions League. Griezmann missed all 3 penalties before this game in the season, but he slots it home this time. And Atletico Madrid could have scored 1 or 2 goals maybe. Torres was very wasteful with his finishing up front, and Kasper Schmeichel made a couple of saves, but Leicester also had an opportunity. Mahrez goes past 2 Atletico Madrid players, and then, you know, it was coming together with the defender, but Mahrez dives, the referee doesn't give a penalty, and in normal speed I thought it was a penalty, but when I watched the replay, it was clear that the defender Gabi didn't really make contact with Mahrez, so it was the right goal by the referee. So in the end, Atletico Madrid won the game 1-0. It will be 50-50, but in my opinion, Atletico Madrid are just a little bit stronger than Leicester, so I expect them to go through in the second leg, and Leicester will have to come out in the second leg and attack Atletico Madrid, because they are 1-0 down on aggregate, and that will play right into the hands of Atletico Madrid, who love to counter-attack. So let me know, guys, what did you think of these 3 games? What did you think of this decision by UEFA to postpone the game by just 1 day? And who will win the Champions League, your opinion? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.